So today on December 7th, 2015, we are talking about chapter 4.5. This is the last chapter that's going to be included in the quiz that you are having on Wednesday, okay? And this chapter, or this lesson, is all about multiplying money. Your learning goal for the day, which you have also written down in your notebook, is to draw a diagram to help you multiply money and solve problems. What does it mean to draw a diagram? What word have we used that means the same thing as draw a diagram? Soham?
Draw a model.
Yeah, draw a model, draw a diagram, same thing. Basically draw a quick math picture that will help you understand the problem and help you solve the problem. So today we know we're going to be solving problems by drawing a diagram, and the problems are going to involve multiplying money, okay? Okay, here's the first scenario. A group of friends go to a local fair. Jason spends $3.75. Myra spends 3 times as much as Jason. Teresa spends $5.25 more than Myra. How much does Teresa spend? Okay, there's a lot of information in this problem, and there will be a lot of information in real-life problems as well. When there's a lot of information, the best thing to do is to follow the 3 steps we always do when we are encountered with word problems. The reason for this is it's important for us to focus on what the question is asking, what important information we need to solve the problem, and ignore the rest, because sometimes there's extra information that's just there to confuse us. Okay? So, I know a lot of times when we read word problems with a lot of information, we say, this is so confusing, I don't get what the question is asking. Well, if you just take a deep breath and follow the 3 steps, you will be able to figure it out, I promise. Okay? So, what is the question asking here? What is the question asking? Yarden? Okay, how much does Teresa spend? We're looking to see how much, our final answer is going to be how much Teresa spent. Because how many people are involved in this problem right now? Siddhar says 3. Jason, Myra, and Teresa. That's 3 people. For the final answer, whose money do we care about? Teresa's. Okay. Now, what important information do we need to know in order to solve this problem? Harshita?
You need to know that Jason spends $3.75.
Okay, Jason spent $3.75.
Myra spends 3 times as much as Jason.
Myra spent 3 times as much as Jason.
And Teresa spent $5.25 more than Myra.
Teresa spent $5.25 more than Myra. So who spent the most amount of money at the fair? Daniel? Teresa. Who spent the least amount of money at the fair? Neha? Jason. Okay, so you have to think about these things so that when you have your answer, when you're solving it, you can determine if your answer makes sense or not. Okay, so let's take a look at how we're going to solve this. It says the amount of money Myra and Teresa spend depends on how much Jason spends, right? Everything is in relation to how much Jason spent. We can draw a diagram to help us compare the amounts without actually calculating it. Then we can use the diagram to figure out the amount each person spent. So if the amount Jason spent is represented by this one rectangle, the amount Myra spent is equal to how many rectangles? 3, because Myra spent 3 times as much as Jason. So how much money belongs in each one of these rectangles? Yeah, so let's go ahead and fill that in. Go ahead and draw this diagram in your notebook and fill in the amounts. Don't forget to label it so that you know that the 1 rectangle is for Jason. 3 rectangles is for Myra because she spent 3 times as much as Jason. And now finally, how much did Teresa spend compared to Myra? How much did Teresa spend compared to Myra, Adam? Yeah, so she spent $5.25 extra. That's why there's this $5.25 rectangle here, more than Myra. So did she spend all of this too? Yeah, so this can be copied directly down to here. So what belongs in each of these blanks here for Teresa? $3.25 also. Right? There you go. So now we know that Jason spent how much money? $3.75. If Myra spent 3 times as much as Jason, Myra spent 3 groups of how much money? 3 times. Liam? Okay, is that multiplication that we can do? Okay, so we can do $3.75. Let's use what we know about place value. What would I need to multiply $3.75 to get rid of the decimal? What do I need to do? How many spots do I need to move the decimal? Rashika? Which is known as? Okay, so if I multiply by 100, my new math problem becomes 375 times 3. Can we do that multiplication? Let's do it together as a class. What's 3 times 5? 15. What's 3 times 7? Plus 1. Okay. And then 3 times 3? Plus 2 is? 11. So did Myra spend $1,125? Arushi?
You have to add the decimal point again.
So how do I add the decimal point? Remember, I multiplied by 100 to get rid of the decimal point. So I have to do the opposite of that, which is what, Marcus?
You need to divide by 100.
And so when I divide by 100, how does that affect my decimal point? Right now, my decimal point is here for 1,125. When I divide by 100, how many spots do I move the decimal point?
Well, since you multiplied by 100, then it moved to the right 2 spots. You have to move it to the left.
So now I have to move it to the left. So how much did Myra spend?
$11.25.
So Myra spent $11.25. Now, how can we go from what Myra spent to find out how much Teresa spent? What do I need to do, Matthew?
So you add $5.25.
To what?
To the 11.25.
So I add $5.25 to the amount that Myra spent, which is $11.25. Do we know how to add decimals? We can also think in our head. Here we have a quarter plus 1 quarter. What's 2 quarters? 50 cents, okay. And then what's 11 plus 5? So how much money did Teresa spend? Ariel? So Teresa spent $16.50.